Hey my fellow retro gamers, it's been a while but I decided to show you guys the huge collection of games I've managed to get in the last couple months. Okay, most of this I've gone in the original order of when I picked it up, but some stuff is a little out of order, but I do remember where I got everything for the most part, so anyway, I'm gonna get started. As you can see here, I have quite a few Vectrex games, believe it or not, and they're all complete in box, which is really cool. I got Hyper Chase, Star Trek, Queen Sweep, Berserk, I think, or Berserker, I don't know. And Armor Attack. Some of you guys are gonna flip when I tell you this. I actually did have a Vectrex for a short time. Yes, I did. But I sold it. And before you guys flip out on me and say, why the hell would I do that? The reason why is the control, while the game's played fine, and the screen looked very clear, but it was slightly out of alignment. I heard this is a problem with a lot of them. I've seen it. Now, it's fixable, but I don't know how to do it, so I decided to sell it away so I could buy more games anyway. But I will eventually get another one. I'm doing this a little out of order, but forgive me. Okay, I think I told you guys back in June that a new game shop was opening up, or it was early July, I think. Anyway, I went there and I got quite a few stuff on opening day, including a boxed Mint Neo Geo Pocket Color, which is awesome. This is a really good machine. Like I took this on a couple trips with me. It's really fun. And I got Metal Slug. First mission, I know it might be a little hard for you guys to see that. I got the really good Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Color. Pocket Adventure, sorry. And Metal Slug Second Mission. They're all really good games. It's a really fun handheld. I also picked up Sonic Classics, which includes 3 great Sonic games, though I'm not sure which ones. I still haven't gotten around to actually testing this game yet, even though you're not even playing it. I also got pretty good condition Blue Lightning for the Jaguar CD, which I actually have still not had a chance to play. Gotta get around to doing that. A bunch of everybody who came, the first 30 people who came to the shop during its opening got free copies of Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. You know, not a big deal, but one copy, if you won it, was actually autographed. I didn't, unfortunately, but oh well, free game. Okay, I'm forgetting one. Shit, where is it? Oh yes, sorry guys, it was down below. I also got Final Fight for the Sega CD. Now, this originally is actually in a box, so there's no back artwork. It's just the front artwork, but the manual and the disc are in there, and they're in good shape now. I did not pay $65 because of the fact that it doesn't have the box. I actually got them to knock $10 off, but it was nice of them, so overall it's a good deal. But this is a really good game. If you can get this, you know, at a good price, I definitely encourage you to pick it up for your Sega CD. Okay, I got these two on eBay. Fight for Life for the Atari Jaguar, which I've been trying to get my hands on for a while. Not a bad game. I mean, I'm having some fun with it. You know, I still need to play this some more. And I actually was able to get my hands on 05 for the Jaguar. This is a hard one to get, because this was released by Telegames. Now, this is a really hard game, but it's got some really good graphics. Okay, one of my trips to the flea market, I was actually able to get some interesting stuff. I got Mortal Kombat for the Sega Master System, but I still have not been able to play it yet. I haven't had the time to test it. And I also got Streets of Rage for the Sega Master System. But again, I haven't been able to play this one yet. I really want to, though. I gotta get around to these. I was also able to get on that trip Mars Matrix, finally. This is a really good game. If you can get your hands on this, I highly encourage it, though this is a hard one. He did not know that he had this. I was so happy that he did. He finally had Road Rash for the Sega CD, which I've been looking for a while. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Finally picked up Afterburner for the Sega 32X. This is actually a pretty good one. I only picked this up because it was there. I already have a copy of Night Trap, but this one is in box now. The box is not in it's not in the best shape, but it's not in horrible shape either, so it was worth it. And I think this is an okay game. I also picked up Ghostbusters for the Sega Master System, and I still haven't even got a chance to try this one yet. Oh, sorry guys, was one more game I got at the opening of the game shop. Rayman 2 for the Dreamcast. Now this looks fun, but I have not had a chance to actually play this one either. I got so many games I have to catch up on, it's not funny. Okay, okay, we're getting into some newer stuff now. Let me think here for a second. Okay, I got a copy of Virtua Fighter 2 for the Saturn and got it for a really good price on eBay. Like, I think I only paid like $5 for this. Maybe $8 with shipping. It was really good. And this is practically almost mint, so... And it's a fun game. I really like it. I actually got this out in the wild. I got Ikaruga from the Dreamcast finally, and I got it for a good price. A guy in town, I put an ad up and he replied to it. I got this. It's practically mint and it's really fun. But in order to play that, I had to get this. Cheats and Codes. It works like a charm. I have no complaints with this, and I got this for a good price. Alright. This is a new Dreamcast game that only came out about a year ago, but this is really good. This is a phenomenal game. Like, I really encourage you guys to pick up a copy of this if you can get one. It's a really good shooter. Okay, I finally got my hands on one of the best Dreamcast shooters. This is Giga Wing 2, and this is the US copy. This one's gonna cost you a lot of money. I mean, I had to pay quite a bit for it too, but I still got it for a good price, but this is really fun. Now, it's easy to beat. Like, you'll beat this very fast, but it's fun. Like, I definitely encourage you to get this. Okay. I got these at Fan Expo in Toronto. Now, this is one of the first games I had as a kid for my Genesis. Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. Now, I have the original cartridge still, but I lost my original case somehow. So I saw this and I decided to pick up another copy anyway. And I finally got the Need for Speed for the 3DO. Also at Fan Expo in Toronto. I was not going to pass up on this. It's in okay shape. But I have not had a chance to try this one yet either. I gotta get around to this. Okay. Last time I was at the flea market, I picked up this one. It's Sagaya, I believe is the right name for it. It's a shooter for the Sega Master System, but again, I have not had time to actually play this. I got Virtua Fighter Remix for the Sega Saturn finally. I've been looking for this one. I got it at the game shop. And it's much better than Virtua Fighter, the original Saturn version, but you guys should all know that. Okay. I got this at the game shop a couple weeks ago. I was so surprised they had this in. Vampire Savior. Phenomenal game. This is really fun. Like, this is definitely one of the better Saturn fighters. Just sucks that this never came to North America. Okay, the next three I found out in the wild. The guy contacted me. This is a Suck You Girinta or something like that. It's a really good shooter. It's got some pretty nice graphics. Like, I was really surprised. I got my hands on Sonic Wings Special. This is another pretty good shooter. It's got a lot of levels. It's not the hardest game, but it definitely packs some punch, and it's really fun. And I got my hands on Capcom Generations 2. This has, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Really fun. Like, it's a compilation of all 3 games. Highly recommended. At the game shop again, I was able to get Darius 2 for the Saturn. This is another shooter, but this is a really hard one. It's kicking my butt. But I'd say pick this one up. It's pretty cheap. Okay, I pre-ordered this, and I already told you guys I got this. This is Alien Isolation. Excellent game. This is really good. I think this might be the scariest game I've ever played, and possibly the best Alien game I've ever played. Highly recommended. Okay, I found this guy out in the wild. Fighters Megamix. I got this off a guy in town. It is fun. I really like this game. I highly recommend you guys getting a copy of this. Okay guys, I'm going to show you the cream of the crop of what I got not too long ago. This is like an early Christmas present for me. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. It is indeed Radiant Silvergun. This is an excellent game. I was so happy when I started playing this. I knew this was going to be good. Despite how expensive this game is, I highly recommend you find a way to get a copy. I mean, unfortunately the price has gone up quite a bit for this over time, but it's really good. Okay, this was a surprise. I was not expecting to get this, but, you know, stuff happens. Burning Rangers. Now, this is the European edition, but there's practically no difference from the North American version, except apparently the music is a little bit better, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Good game. It's not cheap either, but it's one I definitely recommend you pick up if you can get your hands on it for a good price. I mean, unfortunately, though, this one is expensive too, but it is a good game. Okay, something I got from Japan I've been wanting for a while. Custom Robo. Now, I'm a big fan of the Custom Robo series. I played Custom Robo Arena on the DS. It's really fun. I love the game, and I also got my hands on Custom Robo for the GameCube. Another good game. So I was really curious to see what the N64 one looked like, and I got it. Now this is, unfortunately, this is all in Japanese. But I did find a trick the other day so I could at least play the game once, and I tried the arcade mode with a friend, and it's pretty fun. There is another one in Japan like this. I think it's like a sequel or like a version 2. I don't know. I have to get that one. I don't have it yet. But I got this for a really good price. I was really surprised. Okay. This is Virtual On Netlink Edition for the Sega Saturn. For those of you that know, or for those of you that don't know, the Sega Saturn actually had a modem that you could buy. It can allow you to basically dial another person's phone number, and you can play with them basically kind of online. So you can play like each other, basically kind of through your phone line. It's like a, not necessarily an internet, but you kind of get the idea. But you could also go online with the Sega Saturn anyway. So I could basically dial somebody else anywhere in the world and play them. It's really, and now this is actually brand new and sealed. So that's what's really cool. But here's the weird part. The manuals are actually not in the game disc, or not in the packaging. They came separate because the manuals themselves are the original long box. I guess Sega decided at this point to be cheap, and basically they went with jewel cases for the game, but they didn't fix the manuals to make them smaller. I don't know. So I'm basically, it's interesting to say the least. It's like, why do I have the manuals like this? But all copies are like that. So, a little strange. Okay, this is a good one. This is Sonic Gems collection for the GameCube. Now, the main reason I got this was to try Sonic Fighters. Now, I know the game's gotten a lot of criticism, but I found it quite fun. And while I don't think Sonic R's controls on the Saturn are as horrible as people say, they're not great. I will say though, the controls on the GameCube are much better. They are definitely better. It's much easier to control your character. They're still not perfect, mind you, but it definitely makes the game more fun. And I already have Sonic CD on the Sega CD, but this looks like a nice port. And there is some extra games that make this worthwhile to pick up for your GameCube. Anyway guys, I just wanted to show you what I've picked up. The reason I'm doing this now is because tomorrow is Christmas and I bought more stuff, which is going to be my Christmas pickup, and there's more stuff on the way, so that's why I wanted to get this out of the way now. Oh, I also picked up an arcade board, but it's not with me because it needs repairs. It's not operational. It's a Star Wars Trilogy arcade. Now, a lot of you guys probably know what that game is, and I really wanted it, and an arcade board just happened to show up, and I decided to buy it, but it needs some work, so it's going to take some time before I can show you guys that. But here's some pictures of it. Anyway guys, that's my big pickup for the last little while. Hey guys, when I was editing this, I realized I forgot to talk about two games. This is King of Fighters R2 for the Neo Geo Pocket Cover. It's a really good fighting game by SNK. And this is a really good one. Vampire Chronicles for Matching Service. This is possibly the rarest import Sega Dreamcast game, and possibly the rarest Sega Dreamcast game in existence. There's only 5,000 copies of this. You could only order this through Sega's online ordering service or something. And it's a compilation of the 3 Darkstalkers games by Capcom. It's really good. The ports are really well done. Like, I'm definitely going to do a review on this. The price used to be a fortune for this, but for some reason it dropped quite a bit over time and nobody knows why. Like, I got this for like 25 bucks and this used to fetch like 150. And this is practically mint. Highly recommend this game. It's definitely worth picking up. Anyway, this should be it for now. I will talk to you guys later. This is the Entertainment Wizard, signing off.